friends. We have eaten in the same plate. Without having a friend, I go to their meetings, and we all meetings, even here in River State. So what we're saying, the bad eggs who radicalize themselves and make economic gains out of it, from kidnapping, from killing, from all that. That is what the government is supposed to fight. They are criminals. Forget
those are the people that made up the extremist jihadists that Trump talked about.
Yes,
you just talked about the extremists. And also I asked you earlier, is there anything wrong? Is there anything wrong in taking out the extremists who have actually been killing people in their numbers in Nigeria? And you said no to that question. And we'd have to bring it.
Nothing. Let me tell you this. The Bible said the soul that sinneth. The Bible said the soul that sinneth shall die. If you don't repent. It's only genuine repentance. Even the Boko Haram who have repented, are they still pursuing them? They won't conscript them into the Nigerian armed forces again.
Thank you so much.
If they are not repentant,
thank you, Archbishop.
If they are not repentant, and it's like judgment coming over them because of their excesses, Nigeria should thank that kind of government for coming to do what they cannot do. They are not taking over our sovereignty. They are coming to make sure that that peace we cannot enforce here with our armed forces, it is done for us. You remember before Donald Trump left the first time, an American was abducted in the north, and they were kept. They came with their people intelligently without losing one soul. They pick up those people, they freed them from the hands of these extremists. None of their people was killed. They have enough superior power, they have enough intelligence, and they are not going to politicize the issue. So it's either those doing this thing, they renege from it and become normal citizens. Some will say they are foreigners. How do you allow foreigners come into your territory and begin to kill your people?
That is actually a question on many Nigerians.
It is called for.
That's a question on the mouth of many Nigerians, Archbishop. Thank you so much for submission. We have another guest in the studio. We would like to get the opinion of Mr. Benjamin Ogulami. Good morning once again, and good to have you join today's conversation. What do you make of this particular statement by Sheikh Ahmed Gumi and the fact that some people are already saying that their life actually is in danger? For example, you know, we have a particular man who's come up to talk. He said, I've witnessed a numerous violent attack in northern Nigeria where Christians were specifically targeted and massacred. And that this particular, because of the statement he made, he said, my life at this point is in danger. Let's also just suppose that it's what actually is playing out. You know, where we learned also today that 4 people have been killed, with a pastor of Ekwa Church abducted and 11 others abducted in Lere local government area, which happens to be within the southern part of Kaduna State. And this whole thing more like is increasing because the other day, the Kaduna State government come up to tell Nigerians that they are celebrating, well, I say, a better way to reach a compromise with the terrorists by giving them free medical health care and education too. You know, saying that they've been able to regain 500,000 hectares of land from the hands of the bandits, and that trucks can now move freely like 3 or 4 times in a week, flying the routes that these 10 rallies have actually occupied in that state.
Well, my opinion would be that Nigeria before this time hasn't been a serious nation, or let me say it's a serious nation with unserious leadership. We've been entrenched so much in religious bigotry. And then to this end, I would say that some of us at a particular angle in Nigeria, we are operating with the Constitution of Nigeria. And we observe that larger parts of the North, or let me say the North, the core North, operate the Sharia law. That even their lawmakers don't even understand what Nigerian Constitution is saying. They focus so much on the postulations of the Sharia law. And then talking about genocide of Christians. Christians aren't the only set of people experiencing genocide. And I would not say Christians in particular experience this. But in the world, we have seen a Christian nation turned to a Muslim nation. And there are leaders in the world sponsoring jihadists against other nations. And then we must say clearly that all these things are still just widespread rumor in Nigeria that Nigeria wants to be Islamized, and for that reason Christians must face their own genocide. It's not true. Even the poor against the rich, the poor is also facing another kind of genocide. I don't want to limit it to Christian genocide alone, but whatever interest anyone is making in the world today, saying Nigeria is expressing this kind of genocide, I would say it is limited, and it is just they are trying to divide the nation.
When you say they are trying to divide the nation, we have over 200 bodies charred in Benue State to start with. You know, recent time, not the one that happened when we had the president, Muhammadu Buhari, went also to tell them, please find a way to accommodate your brothers. And then he took it back again to somewhere in Plateau State, where we also learned that a quite reasonable amount of people also were killed too. Also back again in Benue, another killing happened. Take it to Southern Kaduna too. The same
is it just starting now?
No, the question I'm asking is, when you say that we're having little of it playing out, you know, the little of it now, is it that until when it gets to billions?
No.
Or when maybe
that's not what I mean.
The 200 and above 200 million of us actually gone down. That's where we now know that we're having an issue.
This case isn't just starting today.
So
we didn't see anything. It happened during Buhari era, where Kanchama was beheaded. What happened? Nothing happened. But the only thing I say at this moment is Christian leaders have not been responsible, especially the Khan hasn't been responsible to the Christian fellowship in general in Nigeria.
What do you want them to do? Looking at
there should be a voice. There should be a voice at this time.
How do you want the voice to be?
And if you want to be a voice, you shouldn't be political. The Khan had been political over the years, taking side. We've seen Khan supporting when Goodluck Jonathan was there, they've supported. Now, when you have taken strange fire onto your own altar, you get burnt. Now, this period, look at what happened during.
They forget about issue at hand and they are talking rubbish. I don't know where they brought this clown from. I don't know where they brought this clown. He might be a Yoruba man. Or from Edo. He might be from Edo State. You see, when you are speaking about serious issue, an idiot will come from nowhere and begin to spill ideology that I don't even know where he's getting his own argument from. I don't even know where. When you talk about number, he said the number has not gotten up to that. And they begin to mention numbers. Are you waiting for it to get to billion? He said it didn't start yesterday. So because it didn't start yesterday, we should not talk about it. It's not genocide. They ask him now. He's now blaming Khan. That after all, Khan has supported Goodluck Jonathan. You see, he is now driving it to the political side. You are talking about issues that has to do with human life. With human life here. The question is it happening or is it not happening? And you want to tell me that this kind of a country where you have this kind of individuals come to national television to talk can survive. How can Nigeria survive with this kind of people with this kind of mindset?
Okay.
Where are you going to start?
Okay.
It is really sad and painful. It is sad and painful. Fovara, go ahead and speak. Fovara, are you there? Go ahead and talk to us.
Anytime when this boy you talk to that month, this month, if I know. What's it happen?
Go ahead, bro, Christian. The guy is in the public.
Yeah, Matthews, this guy that talked now,
Yeah.
I know quite. I was distracted because with him, so I know too, but I know that he was more
let me take it back a little bit so that you can hear him, because the guy is so annoying. This guy, his own case is even worse than anyone. That is so annoying. Listen to
and then he took it back again to somewhere in Plateau State, where we also learned that a quite reasonable amount of people also were killed too.
The only set of people
I want you to
Nigeria
hear
before this time.
What this clown
By
said.
Sheikh Ahmed Gumi, and the fact that some people are already saying that their life actually is in danger. For example, we have a particular man who's come up to talk. He said, I've witnessed a numerous violent attack in northern Nigeria where Christians were specifically targeted and massacred. And that this particular, because of the statement he made, he said, my life at this point is in danger. Let's also just suppose that it's what actually is playing out. Where we learned also today that 4 people have been killed, with a pastor of Ekwa Church abducted and 11 others abducted in Lere local government area, which happens to be within the southern part of Kaduna State. And this whole thing more like is increasing because the other day, the Kaduna State government come up to tell Nigerians that they are celebrating, a better way to reach a compromise with the terrorists by giving them free medical health care and education too. Saying that they've been able to regain 500,000 hectares of land from the hands of the bandits, and that trucks can now move freely like 3 or 4 times in a week, flying the routes that these 10 rallies have actually occupied in that state.
Well, my opinion would be that
hear this idiot.
Nigeria before this time hasn't been a serious nation, or let me say it's a serious nation with unserious leadership. We've been entrenched so much in religious bigotry. And then to this end, I will say that some of us at a particular angle in Nigeria, we are operating with the Constitution of Nigeria. And we observe that larger parts of the North, or let me say the North, the core North, operate the Sharia law. That even their lawmakers don't even understand what Nigerian Constitution is saying. They focus so much on the postulations of the Sharia law. And then talking about genocide of Christians. Christians aren't the only set of people experiencing genocide. And I would not say Christians in particular experience this. But in the world, we have seen a Christian nation turn to a Muslim nation. And there are leaders in the world sponsoring jihadists against other nations. And then we must say clearly that all these things are still just widespread rumor in Nigeria that Nigeria wants to be Islamized, and for that reason Christians must face their own genocide. It's not true. Even the poor against the rich, the poor is also facing another kind of genocide. I don't want to limit it to Christian genocide alone, but whatever interest anyone is making in the world today, saying Nigeria is expressing this kind of genocide, I would say it is limited, and it is just they are trying to divide the nation.
When you say they are trying to divide the nation, we have over 200 bodies charred in Benue State to start with. Recent time, not the one that happened when we had the president, Muhammadu Buhari, went also to tell them, please find a way to accommodate your brothers. And then he took it back again to somewhere in Plateau State, where we also learned that a quite reasonable amount of people also were killed too. Also back again in Benue, another killing happened. Take it to Southern Kaduna too. Is
it just starting now?
No, the question I'm asking is when you say that we're having little of it playing out, the little of it now is it that until when it gets to billions, or when maybe
that's not what I mean.
The 200 and above 200 million of us actually gone down. That's where we now know that we're having an issue.
This case isn't just starting today. We didn't see anything. It happened during Buhari era where Kan chairman was beheaded. What happened? Nothing happened. But the only thing I say at this moment is Christian leaders have not been responsible, especially the Kan hasn't been responsible to the Christian fellowship in general in Nigeria.
What do you want them to do? Looking
they should be a voice. The Kan should be a voice at this time. How do you want the voice to be? And if you want to be a voice, you shouldn't be political. The Kan had been political over the years, taking side. We've seen Kan supporting when Goodluck Jonathan was there, they supported. Now, when you have taken strange fire onto your own altar, you get burnt. Now, this period, look at what happened during Buhari era. Redeemed pastor came out in protest saying they do prayer work when the Kan chairman was beheaded. What is happening now? We're speaking. Have they come out to do the same thing? No. But my own position is this, that we should not limit the genocide in Nigeria to Christians. I am a Christian, I'm a believer. But I do not want the tagging of Christian. Donald Trump had actually seen this as a way, a medium to penetrate into the country.
Jesus
Even
Christ.
if it's coming or intervention into the country is having its own undertone.
Yeah, he has said quite a few things that are not just instructive but also topical, and raise a few talking points.
Look, the thing is this: the young man is so I don't know whether the cow when Nigerians they chop they don't damage their prey. I think something really has gone so wrong, so badly wrong. There can be very they can be so incoherent and sometimes just all over the place. In the same vein, they are condemning and they are acknowledging, and at the same time, it's just so hard to understand what is going on with some of the people. I'm not going to say everyone, but majority of the people, even the young ones, they are all over the place. They don't articulate well enough. And you are bringing somebody like this to come and express opinion. He just seems to be all over the place. It seems like he's in support of the Christians. On the other hand, he's like in support of the Muslim. And he said it's political, that when Goodluck was there and that Buhari is, oh my goodness, no direction. It's crazy.
No direction.
Crazy. Hi, how do you go? But the good thing though,
when you see this kind of people say what, I begin to wonder, how can the country move forward with this kind? A young man, oh.
Yeah. The good thing is that we have to continue this. We must continue. We absolutely must continue. And the thing is that the people who, like for example, those in the corridor of power, like in the US, they understand this thing. So if somebody coming on channel or online or TV or whatever to speak, it's okay. You can speak wherever, go wherever direction you choose, but they have a first-hand information and they have a functioning brain, so they understand the game. This guy, he said that we've seen Christian nation become Muslim nation. He said it, you remember?
Yeah.
So he said that, so in other words, he knows that is what they are playing now. That is what they're trying to do in Nigeria. But at the same time, he said that we shouldn't make it to be Christian alone. It's not. I can't make any sense of it. I just cannot. But how do you, my brother?
It is so sad. It is so sad the kind of mess we find ourselves in that contraption called Nigeria. It is completely a mess. It is completely.
It's just a way for them to divide Nigeria.
Yeah.
Who do you mean? Who wants to divide?
Our leaders before this time, our political class before this time, had divided us. We're only looking for a way.
Division in terms of not physical division.
No.
Okay.
They've divided us, and that's just their own win. When they've divided Nigeria, they've got entrance into a particular sect. But saying Christian genocide, yes, it's happening. I'm not disputing that. Okay. But giving it such magnitude that it's only Christians. We've seen Muslims object to this.
Okay, so there is
It's
genocide.
not that Muslims are killing Christians. They are extremists.
There is genocide and there is mass.
Oh, yes.
Okay. Now, when you say that Donald Trump is finding a way to come into Nigeria, on that?
It is because our leaders are irresponsible to our own citizens.
Coming to do what?
Who?
Trump. Is a way, you said it's a way of him coming into Nigeria to come and do what? To
face terrorism, which is a world
a confused human being.
In brain don't die. This is not a portion.
It's happening all over the world. So if our leaders could not tackle it, it's because they know about it. And they've given the chance to US to step into the case.
Is it welcomed by you?
Well, it seems partially, let me say. If it does not have any undertone by the US.
Exactly. I like the fact that you brought us to this point. We need to move into the next topic of conversation. But what do you mean by undertone?
Is there any nation in the world
that
the US had intervened and not take charge of part of their resources?
Okay.
What's happening in Libya now?
Look at that.
Something happened in Libya, and we're saying that after the elimination of Gaddafi, Libya is suffering from it today.
Now, the question I want to ask you is this resources that we're talking about.
You see one thing, my brother Christian. Sometimes when they talk about this Libya and Gaddafi, do you know that Nigeria is not the closest neighbor to Libya?
Mm-hmm.
Why is it that these terrorists are not in Egypt? Egypt have a common boundary with Libya. Tunisia have a boundary with Libya. Niger have a boundary with Libya. Mali have a boundary with Libya. Nigeria has no direct boundary with Libya.
Exactly.
Nigeria has no direct boundary with Libya at all.
Yeah.
So why is it that they are always making this excuse of destabilization of Libya? Why is it that these terrorists found Nigeria as a settling place?
Yeah, because
they didn't go to Egypt. They didn't go to Mali. They didn't go to Chad. They didn't go to Niger.
Niger. Mm-hmm.
These are 5 countries that have direct boundary with Libya.
Yeah. Mali, all these Mali, Senegal, they are much more closer. Yeah. But you know,
is far away.
Yeah. It's the Fulanis who brought them in. They brought oh my God, my dear brother, how do you go? Because Nigeria is very far away, but because the Nigerian government, the Buhari, he is the one who opened the border and brought them in because they have an agenda for it. Part of it is for political victories, and part of it is also to use them to push the agenda of Islamization. They are all put together. This is the reason. Now, but when the guy talked about, when he said that anywhere, because most of these brainless group of people, they always make reference to... Yeah, they make reference to the fact that America, it goes to Libya, and Libya is no longer the same. They go to Iraq, and they go... But they will not make reference to the fact that America was in Japan, too. Is Japan not one of the best economy in the world? They also went to South Korea, and they also went to Germany during the Second World War. And they also went to... There's even I've forgotten some other countries who are not Western world, some Asia, some who are not. I have to, so because the thing is, what they do is they always pick the wrong one to use as an example. They will not, because like when we talk about this Biafra, they will say, I won't get Biafra after I go begin fight like South Sudan. They will just make that reference.
Even Ghana, America have base in Ghana. Up to today, they have base in Ghana.
So their argument doesn't hold water, because if America intervenes, is to help you to, first of all, find your path. And if you are being oppressed like it is in Nigeria with Biafrans and with Christians, is for you to get your ass together. But if you fail to get your ass together, your inability to do what you're supposed to do is on you, not on America. Because now, for how many decades now, going to 2 decades, Christians are being genocided in Nigeria. They are being massacred. Nobody is doing anything. Nobody is talking. So we should just leave it and let it continue. So that if America comes in and liberates the people who are being massacred, then if you don't turn around and behave well, it's your business. That is not American business. And if they talk about natural resources, we know what China is the one now who is doing it, but China doesn't care if you die. For them, it's all about laying hand on your resources. So this is the problem, that they pick something, whether it's correct or not, just don't pick it to make their own point. But obviously, we know that let's just say for America, because first of all, America has not said that they are coming to occupy or coming to... No, they are said specifically they are coming to take out the jihadis, the terrorists. Everybody should welcome that. Everybody should welcome that. But those who don't welcome it, it's either because they are ignorant, they are naive, they can't think properly, or they are part of it. Like the government. The government will not be fully in support of it, because they are all in the agenda to Islamize Nigeria. That I can guarantee you. Tinubu, I cannot exempt Tinubu from it. Why? Not just because he's a Muslim himself, but because he's been liaising with the same people with that same agenda, and before they let
brought him to power now.
Exactly. And for him too, Nigeria becoming an Islamic country is still a win-win for him, because he's a Muslim himself. And the fact that he is not doing anything, there's some of the guests here who have said one or two things that really make sense. How is it that with all the arms and ammunition, the Tokona jet and everything, how is it that the government never thought it wise to order the military, fly the Tokona jet where they came, like those ones who came for that? Yeah, those ones who came for that meeting were armed with body armor, everything. They have their AK-47, everything. You fly the Tokona jet and just bomb the hell out of them. The government didn't see the need to do it till this day. So what does that make the government?
The same thing they did to a man who was protecting himself. Remember, in Benue State.
Invited. In prison now.
He was going to a meeting and they ambushed him on the road. Why did you ambush this people? After they come that meeting, as you use that as a ploy, after they come that meeting, their leader going back with their motor back in convoy, why didn't you finish them?
Yeah. You know,
they're not asking these questions.
You know, Maz, the question is simple and the answer is equally simple. They just, the level of deceitfulness doesn't allow them to speak truth. And the question ought to be, what, because, okay, somebody made the point that Abacha, he quoted Abacha, what Abacha said, that if insecurity lasts more than 24 or 48 hours, know that the government has a hand in it. That was the exact word of Abacha. But some of them, if they even want to come, they will put it in such a way that you not incriminate government. So, you know, yeah, I've seen some of them, they will say, Abacha said that if insurgents last more than 24 hours, know that
there's a strong hand behind it.
There's a strong hand. They find a way to dilute it. For Jesus, we know these people, bro. We know them. You know. So the question they should be asking in terms of this insecurity is why there has to be something that over 2 years, going to 3 years now, this Tinubu administration that is not a Northerner, is not a Fulani, you know, a Satan, a Yoruba, there has to be some conspiracy. There has to be some agreement somewhere. You know, the fact that Tinubu, for going to 3 years, he has not give a marching order and watch and see the military go there and decimate the terrorists. Everything they do is talk. They show it on Channels TV, Tinubu telling the military, you will march in order, blah, but nothing concrete, nothing tangible comes out of it. They don't ask questions. Why is that happening? So the Tokona jets, how many did they buy? Maybe 3, maybe more, I don't know. Why is it not in use? Why is the terrorists marching around freely? How is it that they can go to a meeting, not just one time, maybe more than 2, 3 times, the terrorists, they will come out in mass, or a convoy. What? So, I don't know. All these channels, all this media in the zoo, they close their eyes, they pretend as if they don't know what they're supposed to say.
Is it not the same media that interviewed them? They give press statement after the meeting now.
Okay.
After the meeting, they give press statement to the media. Oh, God.
Is that?
And you see them, they are complaining of US taking over. Why are they not complaining of the billions of dollars that the US is giving to Nigeria as a grant?
Oh, okay. Every year.
Every year.
Yeah.
Billions of dollars that US, where are they getting it? You're not asking, where are they getting it from?
Oh. Yeah.
You are crying and concerned. You don't want them to come and take over. But when they give you money, you open your hand and they collect.
And Massachusetts.
You go to China, they borrow you. You owe debt in China, you borrow. US doesn't borrow you, they give you free.
Yeah, since this thing started now, it's over 2 weeks now. Maybe we are heading towards the 3rd week. And Adeboye and their likes, they came out to say that they should tell Trump to give them 90 days or 100 days, whatever. Now, do you know that since that till this time, there's no let up in the attack till this day? They're still attacking. So you ask yourself.
Yesterday they attacked this. You know, this program I played was yesterday program, and they said they just attacked that yesterday.
Okay, so you ask yourself, where is the action of Tinubu about 3 weeks now. Why are we not seeing them hitting them? Why is the terrorist not escaping and running away? So you wait until after 100 days, then you ask for another. It's not even making, because you have to get up your seat and go straight away. Why are you procrastinating? Why do you have to wait 90 days? Get up.
You want to create a escape route for them so that they can go away, move out of the place, secure themselves, and then when people
move
come
back,
after everything, they come back again.
Yeah, that is what they're up to. That is what they are. Anybody who is suggesting to give them 100 days, that person is just evil, because you don't need to wait for 100 days to take action. Why are you waiting? And the more people are being paid in the process, why are you waiting for 100 days? When you have the Tinubu there who can just tell the military, now you go to Sambisa, or you go to Benue, or you go to Zamfara, go and start bombing that. This is your job. Stop collecting money from people on the street. Stop carrying bags for politicians, their wife and stuff like that. Go and do your job as a soldier. It's incredible. We saw that video with Wike when a soldier who is supposed to be fighting Boko Haram, the terrorists, they are talking about land. Who get land? Who get land? Who know?
You go make call for you. You carry him phone to make call. You look at hand to make call.
Who get land? Who no get land? A soldier, a fighting force that should be protecting the country, then from the terrorists that are ravaging everywhere. Wike is there distributing land to his colleagues, to his pals. And the Tinubu is telling him now, because Tinubu is scared that the military, because the militaries, they are reinforcing the fact that Wike has traveled. So it's like the heat is on, right? So Tinubu, what I heard now, Tinubu ordered Wike to apologize, and he did. You see, I was telling you, this guy is a coward, and typical of coward. This is their behavior. If Tinubu said to him, job, he will say, hi. And that's why he's the greatest psychophants you can imagine. All that gra, when they do, strong man here and there. Why not tell Tinubu that he will not apologize? He has apologized. I heard it. I heard they said that he has apologized. So where is the power of that gra, all those things? Because you know that if he doesn't, Tinubu can remove him. And when he removes him, he becomes vulnerable, ready to be taken out. He knows that. So these people, my goodness me, he's a coward. He's a coward. And Tinubu told him to either return the land to, I don't know how they put it, because I think jointly the military and the Air Force, they agreed that Wike is at fault, something like that. So I think it's right to say that in Nigeria, everybody, they fear the military, and Tinubu fears them too, because if it's true that they attempted a coup some months ago, he don't want to aggravate them the more, right? So, but
you know what? You see how they kept silent about that coup, because it was Northerners, all of them, Northerners.
Yeah.
Northern coup, and nobody talks about it.
Yeah.
You can imagine what would have happened if the name of the leader of that coup was Okechukwu. If it was Okechukwu, BBC will be the first to announce it. BBC will be the first to announce it.
Yeah, we must leave. We must leave that evil entity. Otherwise, they will never know peace nor progress. Never. Onye Jimadu na Nijionwe, as they decided to, audio.
That's the update. Look at the update now. That some of the update we just have to look at. This one, it says Nigeria unites, right? U.S. Senate over democracy. Nigeria unite, writes U.S. Senate over democracy collapse in Nigeria. 6 sanction for Minister Wike, compromise judges behind impunity.
Good.
Never become right.
Is that from Sahara?
Yeah, Sahara reporters.
Yeah.
Sahara reporters. We don't write when we write. We are moving at now. This one say 86 billion fraud. Court dismisses former Accountant General Nwoboku, no case submission. The no case submission where they no agree for Mazen Nanekano. Yeah. When Mazen Nanekano made that no case submission, they see I'm like a strange something. Look at it here now.
Yeah.
Look at it here now. Court dismisses former Accountant General Nwaboko's no case submission. These people, Transformer explanation kill inmates awaiting trial in Akwa Ibom. See the kind of news you see in Nigeria. Bad news everywhere. You can never see a good news in Nigeria.
Yeah.
You can never see any good news in Nigeria. Look at this one. ADC coalition with this one. We don't get your time for all this your rubbish. This one, they say, bats take over FCT schools as people learn in crumbling classroom. Need government attention. A whole FCT. Federal Capital Territory. Bats take over FCT school as people learn in crumbling classroom. Need government attention. In your so-called Federal Capital Territory. Look at this one. Terrorists lay ambush on Egba Kuru Road in Kwara, kidnap travelers while another escape. This is not still happened yesterday, just yesterday.
Okay.
Just yesterday. Delta judge declines to hear activists Igboho preliminary objection, cites tiredness, ECOWAS prosecution. You see, I'm just say because he get tired, now make you don't want to hear this guy case. So saying in there tired. Just to make sure they continue to detain the guy. This is what you see in Nigeria. Look at this one. Activists declared missing after exposing how Jigawa Council chairman empowered resident with wheelbarrow. They disappear the guy. They disappear him because he exposed them. BBC apologizes to US President Trump over doctored panorama footage. How many are you going to apologize? Will you apologize for the Biafran Igbo coup that you promoted? Will you apologize for that one? Where they want to start? Is it because Trump, the strongest man in the world, spoke in his own case? We not keep silent now. You apologize. What about the rest of things you have done? Anybody when they listen to BBC know that he's wasting his time now. Look at this one. Gunmen kidnapped former PDP chairman in Boria community in Kwara. In Kwara, kidnapping everywhere. That's the news of Nigeria. US lawmaker Nancy Mace says Nigeria is turning deadliest place for Christian. Back Trump's action. Okay. US lawmaker Nancy Mace says Nigeria is turning deadliest place for Christians. Back Trump action. Yeah,
I know her. I know her. She's a Republican.
Yeah, Nancy Mace.
Yeah, Nancy Mace. Yeah.
More of them are coming up.
Yeah.
You can't hide. You can run, but you can't hide.
And you know,
go ahead.
Yeah, I was going to say that I'm a little troubled by the fact that Gumi has been noted. Make no mistake about it. Gumi has been noted as either as a terrorist or one of the coordinators, the go-between, with this terrorist something. He's been noted. That I can guarantee you by the Mossad and the CIA. They know already. They know all this. So, and the fact that he has left, the fact that he's in Turkey, I've not confirmed if he's deported or not, because I heard that he went there and he was deported. I'm not so sure. It's from some of these roadside YouTubers, the ones who...
The news I just read now was yesterday news, and they said that he's Turkey. So if he had been deported, they would have said he has been deported.
Okay, exactly. Now, my point is that he's a terrorist collaborator. And if Turkey government would allow him to come into the country, knowing whom he is and knowing that on Interpol list, he was deported from Saudi Arabia over terrorism-related issue, then I think invariably Turkey, they're on the wrong side of history here. Because knowing what we know about the government of Turkey with their president and their history too, because Turkey, the old Constantinople, used to be a Christian country, but today not. So obviously, the accusation that they are one of the countries supporting or promoting the Islamization of Nigeria, then it won't be far-fetched to come to that conclusion that they have a hand in it. But we shall see how these things will unfold. It will continue to unfold because this time we live in is a different time frame. Trust me, and the connectivity is increasing every day by day. We know how much they are against Israel, but in a way, the situation is also complicated because they are member of NATO. Turkey is member of NATO, right? But they are not member of European Union. So in scope, limited to an extent, but militarily, they are part of NATO. So it's a very complex situation, but we'll be watching. We know our goal. The central core of our goal is to be free from this shackle called Nigeria. And the British, they are not happy about that. Why would you continue after more than a century? That should be enough. You've drained enough oil from there. That should be enough now. Let go. Please let go. But that is the situation, my brother. But I know that we win at the end of the day. We will win.
Definitely. Look at this one. This one is 2 hours ago. This one was posted 2 hours ago by Sahara Reporters. Kidnappers demand 150 million for 6 abducted directors from Ministry of Defense.
Okay.
Ministry of Defense, they abducted 6 directors and they are demanding for 150 million.
In Abuja?
Where again?
Mm-hmm.
It was posted about 2 hours ago by Sahara Reporters. You can imagine, people from Ministry of Defense were abducted. Directors, 6 of them.
Yeah.
And US is coming to salvage you. You say they want to take you over. You never see anything.
Okay. Yeah.
Borno Senator Ndume lament as Boko Haram kill 4 farmers, set church ablaze. This one is recently.
Oh my God.
2 hours ago. 2 hours ago.
Wow. Wow.
Ndume lament as Boko Haram kill 4 farmers, set church ablaze.
Wow. Yeah.
This one 2 hours ago.
Yeah.
Abuja Hospital disown doctor's report. We forget about these people. I don't have anything to do with all this your information. We are talking about insecurity here. I cried over Nigerian justice system. Abuja lawyer alleges bias by judge. So not the only man they talk now. The whole world is watching.
Yeah.
The whole world is watching. I cried over Nigerian justice system. Abuja lawyer alleges bias over judge. It is happening every day. U.S. launches Operation Southern Spear to fight terrorists amid tension with Venezuela. That one will concern us. Kidnappers in Kogi hold prophetess for 19 days, despite collecting 10 million naira.
Okay.
Kidnappers in Kogi hold prophetess for 19 days, despite collecting 10 million naira. Family lament. Are you sure the woman is even alive? Are you even sure she's alive? 10 good million and they're still holding her. And you see hope somehow that she's going to come. I pray that she comes home.
Man,
all this news are just some hours ago.
Yes.
Some hours ago.
The fact that this Tinubu Yoruba administration doesn't see the need to declare emergency on terrorism in Nigeria. And when you declare emergency on terrorism in Nigeria, all the military, all the paratroopers, every security agents, their priority will be on going after them. That is when you declare emergency on terrorism. But they don't want to do it. Why? Because trust me, they are part of it. They are part of it. Yeah, 100%. And people can continue to fool themselves, and at the end of the day, they will pay a price for it. The government of today, just like the government before, they are part of it. They have hand in it. That is why they've not shown any meaningful movement, meaningful effort to declare emergency on them and go after them. They won't do it. Every day, there's no one single blessed day that passes. You don't hear terrorism here, kidnappers there, this and that. So that is a pathetic situation about Nigeria, and they're trying to deceive America to say, or give us 100 days to sort it out. But those telling you those things, they know what the agenda is.
Look at this one. 2 herdsmen nabbed for kidnapping in Oyo admit collecting over 2.4 million.
Okay. Individuals snap them.
Presidency charges Nigerian Guild for editor 16.5 million to meet Tinubu at banquet hall. Ha!
Imagine. What is it?
Presidency charges Nigerian Guild. Presidency charges Nigerian Guild of Editor.
Yeah.
They charge them 16.5 million to meet Tinubu at banquet hall.
For what?
Disgraceful outing.
In what? Disgraceful?
They meet to Tinubu now.
That is to support him with that, or what?
Maybe to meet him to present their own matter now, to promote themselves.
Why this is? Well, why the millions about that? For what? What is that?
For them to see Tinubu, for them to meet with Tinubu, they have to pay 16.5 million.
Yeah, but that is what Alin Dume said, that when he asked for appointment to meet Tinubu, they say how much?
Exactly. This thing now confirm it. He confirmed what Dume said. You know they were debunking it.
Yeah, they deny. And Charles Anogolo said to him that if it's true, that is shameful. But this confirms it. Everything you want, they ask you how much. Hey, Odiegu. Yeah.
And this is the country that people are hoping that it's going to be good.
Yeah.
Katsina Hisba board destroy 120 cartons of alcohol in Funtua. Say it is unlawful.
Yeah.
The same alcohol where we bring the tax, they go follow share the tax. So
exactly.
They go follow share the tax. Share everybody. Even they go get even larger portion self.
That is part of that blasphemy law that Ted Cruz is suggesting, right? So, exactly. but the people in the zoo, they go say, "Hey, make that not come, make America not." But they are the ones suffering it. How can you bar people from drinking alcohol? Now your mouth. If I use my mouth or my money, what thing concern you?
I wonder. Bad news in that zoo. Nigerian Petroleum Minister Lopo Biri denies alleged diversion of frontier fund. He deny. At the end of the day, he go see say na Hintifam.
Yeah.
Bandits in Zamfara impose millions as tax on safe community residents, on safe community residents.
Okay.
Bandits, they even for this with these warnings, with this threat. This one was posted 36 minutes ago. Some minutes ago.
Okay.
Bandits in Zamfara impose millions on taxes
in Nigeria. In Nigerian territory. Can you imagine?
In Nigerian territory, Safe community, they have to pay millions before they go ever harvest anything they put for in their farm.
Yeah. Then tell me what Tinubu is doing different from what Buhari did. It's just the same.
The same thing.
It's been like that under Buhari. They ban the terrorists. They have their own territory where they control. They run the territory.
Tinubu reappoint Buba Marwa as NLDA chairman for another 5 years. Why won't he appoint him? A man that has been working for him directly and indirectly. A man that helps him to promote his drug business.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't he promote him? Why wouldn't he carry him along? It is so sad. Nigeria is a bad news. When you go to their news, if you don't know why Biafrans want to go away, just pay attention. For those who are not Biafrans, pay attention for a little while and see what the zoo has become.
Yeah.
But especially now that the satellite is there, it's an opportunity for us, and we must leave this very zoological republic. So we have been able to carry it on, and we're going to be rounding up now. As we're rounding up, I saw somebody just came in now, Justice Martin. Justice Martin, unmute yourself and speak to us. You came late and we are almost rounding up. Go ahead and talk to us. Hello? Justice Martin, unmute yourself and speak to us. Justice Martins, are you there? I think we can't be able to hear him. Justice Martins, we can't hear you. Maybe you got a problem with your set. So my beloved brother Christian, we have done it. We're going to come back again in the evening hopefully by 5:30 Biafran time. We'll be online again to be able to touch one or two things. Evening program is just 1 hour and we will hit it and everybody will have his rest. My beloved brother Christian, please give us your closing remark as we end the program.
All right. Yeah, thank you so much, Brachus. And we have to continue. And the thing is that obviously we must continue. But the bottom line, or at the end of the day, yeah, we just have to, you know, we must continue to make efforts to propagate our freedom, and while praying and putting in our efforts, that the ultimate thing be done, and that is either the abrogation of the Sharia law, which again we know is not going to be possible, but their option will be to have their own entity. So that solves the problem. Alternatively, then the likes of the Ted Cruz and the rest of them, they should give us that support, morally and otherwise, so that for recognition of our sovereign state, Biafra, if that, so any of these two, for me, is a welcome development. It's an option that will break the camel's back. You know, every other thing, you know, 100 days, whatever, is something else. But of these two options, any of them breaks the camel's back. That is my opinion, you know, because we know we can almost sworn that these people will never accept the abolition of the blasphemy law. We know that, right?
Yes.
So, so that will be the end of it all, you know. Again, the good thing is that this is a word that comes out of Ted Cruz's mouth now. So if that is pursued, it's a welcome development. And again, people, I expect the media, just like the lady from VOP and Okoro, you know, they should be talking about this thing more and more and more. They should be talking about this Sharia law, which is illegally in the Constitution. It's not supposed to be there. So if that happens, that is it. Everybody go their way, because we know what the outcome will be. Alternatively, they just give us endorsement. That is all we need from the United States government, just endorsement, recognition. That is it. And it's done. Thank you so much, my brother. God bless, and we meet again.
Thank you so much, my beloved brother. May Chukwu Okukabiyama continue to guide you, protect you, secure you. May Chukwu Okukabiyama continue to provide for you. Thank you so much for that wonderful super chat that you gave. You have been making a serious contributions on this very issue, awakening and creating awareness to Biafrans, educating Biafrans, helping us to bring out constructive argument for Biafrans to make up their mind and make the choice. I appreciate you so much, and Biafrans appreciate you. Thank you, my beloved brother. May Chukwu Okukabiyama continue to guide you in all your ways.
You too.
My fellow Biafrans, I appreciate every one of you that have joined us on this platform today, wherever you join from, more especially people that are connected from Biafra land. I pray that no evil shall befall you. Every attack of the enemy will never come to you. Nobody will kidnap you. The accidental bullet will never touch you. I pray that everyone in Biafra land, or every Biafra across the world, wherever we are, will be safe and secured, and we will all gather together and we'll raise the flag of Biafra. No evil shall befall us. I pray for our leaders, our Supreme Leader Mazen Nandekano and our Prime Minister Mazen Simon Epa, more especially. I pray for them that Chukwu Okukabiyama will be their guide, protector, and secure them. Give them the strength to continue to stand for us and speak on our behalf. May Chukwu Okukabiyama continue to give them revelations. No evil shall befall them. No evil shall befall them. No evil shall befall them. My fellow Biafrans, lovers of freedom across the world, My wonderful people of Biafra, men of conscience, those who care about humanity, my people, and those who care about mankind. Fellow Biafrans, every one of us should listen. You cannot silence the truth. Join us and tell them they cannot silence the truth. You cannot silence the truth. Everyone that is on the comment section watching, type this on the comment section. Type these words. Everyone you capture, type it. You cannot silence the truth. Write it on the comment section. You cannot bury justice. Write it on the comment section. Whether you are watching on TikTok, on Facebook, or on YouTube, write these words. You cannot hide genocide. You cannot stop freedom. I take it again. Type it as fast as you can on the comment section. You cannot silence the truth. You cannot bury justice. You cannot hide genocide. You cannot stop freedom. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu motion is a warning shot, a signal that darkness cannot win forever. Darkness